Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to restore your old slot cars. Maybe if you have an old slot car system, like the Carrera system is what I mean. So for those of you who don't know, Carrera is pretty plentiful in their spare parts and their systems and replacement parts too. And I actually, I have to go on like a Dragon Ball quest to get all the stupid evolution parts, because I just didn't care about the evolution system once I was done on them all. I just kind of like let them go all over the basement, and so I'm just searching everywhere. I go in the spare room and I find the power pack for the evolution, not the power pack, but the connector track for the evolution for the controllers and everything. And I'm searching around the house. I see a lot of my tires have melted. So for those of you who don't know, this is just like a regular wear and tear thing. You know, eventually tires wear out or they melt. You know, if you have them sitting too long, they get like a flat spot, maybe a little shiny spot. That's where they're starting to melt. I'm like, you know, I'm a dealer. I'm going to shows. I really don't want to have partially melted tires. I want to have the cars looking pristine. So actually I had one car and the tire was partially melted just in one specific spot. So I thought the tire was all okay. I'm like, yeah, I don't have to replace a tire. And then I was like, oh, there's that one stupid spot. Now, if I can't find good replacement tires for this, obviously I'm just going to put up with the front tires looking like bad. But the thing is that, like I said, we could find the replacement tires. So it's going to use Carrera's replacement tires. But I'm pretty sure that these Paul Gage tires I'm ordering will be able to fit in the front and back. So for those of you who don't know, the front tires don't really matter too much, at least with most slot cars, if they're only like two-wheel drive from the rear, which is like most of them. So your front tires could be hard or whatever, but I'm just like, you know, I don't want to scratch the track. I'm not sure they would scratch the track, to be honest, because they're rolling, but whatever. And, you know, there might be some other compound you can do to restore these tires. Don't use oil on your tire. Like when you're putting oil into your bearing, make sure you don't get any oil on the tire, because that oil, I find, will just dry out that tire real quick. So yeah, I'll do my little fetch quest, and then after that, I start taking off the tires of the things that need to be replaced. So I go online. I'm going to order myself some polyurethane Paul Gage tires. If you're, I would not buy silicone tires, because there's already tests proving this, that if you run rubber tire after you run silicone, the rubber tires have poor performance. Like, it messes up your track, in other words. If you use silicone tires, you're messing up your track. So make sure to stick with polyurethane or rubber or sponge or something. Just don't use silicone. Silicone's like a sticky kind of glue. I get all that finished. I can't find the tire size for the Superbird. So one thing you could do is you could just look online and look for the actual measurements. Like some sites and stuff will have the tires listed with what measurement the car uses. So I Googled that. I put that into eBay. Okay, well, I can see right now we do have some Superbird tires. Few. And so I ordered that as well. And now I'm just going to wait for that. I have both of my connector tracks out of my controllers. Now you'll see I have a power pack and a controller box. That's because one of these adapters is broken, and it was broken. I broke it to put it on the variable power supply so I could slow it down for children. But Amanda's like, look, you need to just have everything stock. So I'm like, okay, you know what? We'll just keep everything stock. And one of the controllers is no longer functioning, and as you can see, I got to replace the controller, so that's all good. So I have a big mess here. I'll do part 2 later. I just wanted to show you guys that it is pretty easy to replace your broken parts. Now, for individual cars like mirrors or like the light bar stuff, that's a little harder to come by. But stuff like your controller, your track, even their connector pieces, like the Evolution. If I need another Evolution connector piece, I could buy it. Now, this system's coming out of print soon. It's getting discontinued, so these parts will eventually get harder to find. I imagine Carrera has plenty in stock for now, though. For, you know, a while. I mean, I could get there are some slot car stuff that I could get that's super old, like super old before my time, that I could still order from Carrera. That's how good Carrera is at replacing their parts. So that's a nice bonus if you're a Carrera owner, is that you could probably find some replacement parts. All right, and as usual, if you find this video informative and want to help me continue my adventure of restoring these cars here. I picked the car that has this tire on. Well, look, you can see here the tires are starting to crack, okay? Take my word for it. If you want to help me restore these kind of cars, you got to buy product from me at sunday-slot-cars.square.site. Make sure to subscribe, like us on Facebook and Instagram, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.